A warm welcome to everyone. This is Naima Sadiq, and in this tutorial we are going to learn about GPT assistant, which we'll be making using Python in Pictoblox. So before we start making the program, we'll do a little bit of planning to understand how the program should work. So like in ChatGPT, we are given a input box in which we ask the question and then the virtual assistant is going to answer. So same way we are going to make over here. We'll first get the input from the user by making a prompt box, and then when the user inputs the answer, like the question about whatever query it wants the virtual assistant to answer, we'll store that input in a variable, and then the result will be displayed on the screen. This result will be the answer the ChatGPT or the virtual assistant answers. So now let's go to Pictoblox. Okay, so we'll be using Python interface of Pictoblox for making this activity. We'll need a sprite, and I'll just change the backdrop. Okay, so let's start. First I will mention the ChatGPT extension. So next we want an input from the user, and this input will be storing in a variable. That's why I'm making a variable prompt which will be equal to sprite.input, because we want to create a prompt box to get the answer. And then we will write the question, what would you like me to answer? Further, we will mention the option GPT.ask GPT. Basically we'll mention which type of AI assistant we want. So they are basically on for ask on GPT there are two parameters. First is we need to choose the virtual assistant. So here we are using AI assistant. Then the whatever you want to ask that. As we created a variable over here prompt, so I just mentioned that. Now next we want to store the result, the answer, or whatever the GPT is going to say. So for that I'm creating a variable answer equal to GPT dot ChatGPT result, this one. Okay, now we want this sprite to speak, say this thing. So for that I'm mentioning sprite.say, and then the sprite is going to answer whatever is stored in this variable. So let's run this program and see the output. So you can see it's asking a question, what would you like me to answer, and there's a prompt box over here. So we can ask any question like what is ChatGPT? See, it is displaying the answer. Now we can read all of this, or we can add one more thing, that is make the sprite speak the answer. So let's go back to the coding side. Okay, so here we can add another thing, text to speech. So I'm just writing text to speech. We mention here, and here we can mention ts dot speak answer. Okay, so with this, whatever the answer the sprite is saying, we can actually hear the voice coming through the system, with which this whole answer will be narrated. Okay, so it's asking the question, and let's just ask, who are you?
I am an AI language model developed by OpenAI, known as GPT-3, Generative Pre-trained Transformer 3. I am designed to assist various tasks, answer questions, and engage in conversations on a wide range of topics.
So you see, it narrated the whole speech bubble. So this is how we use text-to-speech function. So likewise, we can add more features. So let's go back to the scripting area. We are back to the scripting area. So what are we going to do is, the answer, whatever the GPT assistant is speaking and it is saying, this answer itself will be translated to a different language. We can translate it into many other languages. So I will be choosing one language. So we'll write GPT dot translate language, and what we need to translate, we want to translate the answer that the GPT assistant is saying, and with that we'll choose the language. So I'll just write comma, and I will be choosing Arabic because that's the country I'm in, the regional language of that. And then furthermore, we need to show this on the screen. So sprite.say GPT dot chat sorry for the delay. Okay, now the same thing we wanted to speak, so So ts.speak. I'm just going to copy this from here and use it. Okay, now I'll just make a little change. That is, I'm just going to at the starting just making the sprite say hello. Hi, I am your GPT assistant, and I'll change this question to how can I help you. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so it's asking us a question, how can I help you? So I just don't want it to speak for a longer time, so I'll just ask it to give me a joke on something.
Why did the egg go to school? Because it wanted to get educated.
Educated.
Limadat ahaba all by the eel all madrasati. Leon nahu arada on yata halamatalim wa al baiti.
So basically it is trying to read Arabic. It's not accurately read how Arabic is usually, but it's doing the job. So we can add more things to it. Like if you have noticed, this program only works once. So we can add a condition that if you want to continue, type yes in the prompt box, and likewise if no, then we'll end the loop. So let's go back to the scripting area. Okay, so for here we'll mention a while loop. While true. So when the while loop is running, this whole thing is going to happen. And we'll mention a if condition here. If, wait, before that we will type two more variables. One is choice. Okay, choice equal to, we will ask, they will get an input, right? We'll ask the user if they wish to continue. Input. Do you wish to continue? Type, sorry, yes. Let me just so it will be clear. Okay, type yes or no. Okay, so this will prompt a box asking the question, and now the answer that is that is received from the user, that we will store in another variable chosen, whatever the value they are chosen. So now this we will do is sprite.answer. Okay, now we will add a if condition. If chosen is double equal to yes, okay, then continue. So we are mentioning the continue statement so that it will again go to the starting of the loop. Otherwise, else the sprite is going to say sprite.say it was great assisting you. Have a great day. And this we'll say for 3 seconds, and we will break out of the loop. So we'll mention break statement. Here it is not speaking, so we can make it speak again. So ts dot speak the same thing. If you're doing that, it's better you don't mention the 3 seconds. Also, we can make the same thing above over here, like here ts dot speak, then the same thing that we have mentioned here. You can copy and paste. We'll remove this timer. Basically, we want the speech bubble to be appearing on the screen when the narration is going on. That is why I'm erasing that. Now we can mention this speech here also. So ts dot speak, and we will copy this and paste it. We will do one more thing, is that we will remove this from here and we will mention it before the loop, so that it just says hi just when the program starts, not again when we wish to continue. So shift and tab for back intending. Alright, okay, before we hit on run, we'll just remove this line, because I realized that it's basically going to ask a question and the prompt box is going to open, right? So the text to speech means the narration will not happen when the speech bubble is on the screen. So that's why I've removed it. We can just read it and work that out. So let's run the program and see how it works.
Hi, I am your GPT assistant.
Okay, so it's asking the question, how can I help you? So let's just ask, we'll ask again to tell a joke, because I just don't want the speech bubble to be a long, I mean the big one, so that's why. Tell a joke on VR.
Why did the virtual reality headset break up with the computer? Because it couldn't handle its pixelated reality.
Okay.
Limada in fasalat nad aratu awaki hi alisteradi yihana al computer. Leon nahilam tatamakan mina atahamili mahawaki hi almra bahi.
Okay. Now you see, just notice this. Do you wish to continue? If I write yes, it's going to start with how can I help you, not with hi, because we mentioned the hi before the loop. Now let's just appreciate our ChatGPT.
Thank you for your kind words. I'm glad that I could assist you. If you have any more questions or need further help, feel free to ask.
So ChatGPT is happy.
Shukran la kahala kalimatika al latifa. Ana sahib lian nanya istatatu musahadataka. Ida kana lidik ai asialati nukra atatatu ilmazidin min al musahadati. Falatata dadu. Vitar ha.
Okay, so now we will just stop the program. So I'll just write no and the program will end.
It was great assisting you. Have a great day.
Okay, so that was the end of the whole program. So you saw the whole run from starting to the end. Now we can do one more thing, is that if you want to check this out, there are different options in Ask on GPT. Let's go back to the scripting area. So over here in Ask on GPT, it takes two parameters. First is the option and second is the message. So here we had used AI assistant as the option. Instead of this, we can use other options also, like friend AI, for example. This will make the virtual assistant, means the GPT assistant, speak in a friendly way. Then you can also make this sarcastic AI. So this will answer in a sarcastic way whatever queries we are asking. So I'll show you all the three differences of AI assistant, friend AI and sarcastic AI in the slide. So let's see the difference between the options of Ask on GPT, that is AI Assistant, Friend AI, and Sarcastic AI. So when I asked the question, what is AI, to AI Assistant option, it gave me a very detailed answer on what is AI. And when I did this with the option Friend AI, it gave me a very friendly answer, that was artificial intelligence AI stands for artificial intelligence. Then it says that, but honestly it's just a fancy way of saying machines are taking over the world and we all are doomed. So it's just like how friends talk. Then when we see Sarcastic AI option, it answers in a very sarcastic way. Oh, AI is just the beginning of a robot revolution that will inevitably overthrow humanity and rule the world. No big deal. So it's like a very sarcastic way of saying. So you see the difference between all the three. So whichever one you like, whichever one you want to use, you can use in the options of Ask on GPT. Just mention it at the starting like this. And that's all for this tutorial. I hope you liked my explanation. I hope I was clear. Thank you so much and have a nice day.